Engineers design the world around us. Tonight, we celebrate their highest achievements, both here in New York and across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ACEC New York's 53rd Annual Engineering Excellence Awards. Tonight, we honor 140 projects from over 60 firms. These projects were made possible through the collaboration of engineers, architects, and contractors, and are the epitome of innovation, creativity, and technical skill. These endeavors encompass a variety of disciplines, including water and energy systems, vertical construction, surveying and mapping, and more. Please join ACEC New York in recognizing our Silver Award winners.
For excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting engineering services, HDR, and the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
Sam Schwartz Engineering, and the client is the Archer Companies.
Sam Schwartz Engineering, and the client is Port Authority of New York and New Jersey.
BHB, and the client is Village of Westbury.
WSP USA, and the client is National Cooperative Highway Research Program.
For excellence in the category of building technology systems, CNS Companies, and the client is Clarkson University.
JHK Engineering, and the clients are the U.S. Department of Transportation and the New York City Department of Transportation.
Silman, and the client is Come and Go.
For excellence in the category of structural systems, CNS Companies, and the client is Lewis County.
CHA Consulting, and the client is Northwest Missouri State University.
CHA Consulting, and the client is University at Buffalo.
H2M Architects and Engineers, and the client is Setauket Fire District.
Hardesty in Hanover, and the client is EE Cruz.
Infrastructure Engineering, and the client is City of Peoria.
MP Engineers and Architects, and the client is New Jersey Department of Transportation.
STV, and the client is New York City School Construction Authority.
Thornton Tomasetti, and the client is Kieran Timberlake.
Urban Engineers of New York, and the client is Battery Park City Authority.
For excellence in the category of environmental, ecology and environment engineering and geology, and the client is New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Division of Environmental Remediation.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, the Chazen Companies, and the client is Pauling Joint Sewer Commission.
For excellence in the category of water resources, MRB Group Engineering, Architecture, and Surveying. And the clients are Town of Geneva, Town of Phelps, Town of Waterloo, and Town of Junius.
For excellence in the category of transportation, CNS Companies, and the client is the Ontario County Department of Public Works.
HDR, and the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
HVEA Engineers, and the client is County of Ulster.
Lero Engineers, Boyd Albert, and Popley Joint Venture. And the client is Erie County Department of Public Works, Division of Highways.
STV, and the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
Tectonic Engineering and Surveying Consultants. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
For excellence in the category of special projects, D&B Engineers and Architects, and the client is New York State Office of Parks, Recreation and Historic Preservation, Region 9, Long Island.
KS Engineers, and the client is Port Authority of New York and New Jersey.
STV, and the client is New York City School Construction Authority. Please welcome our host for the evening, ACEC New York President and CEO, Jay Simpson, and ACEC New York Chair, Thomas Casino.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Casino, immediate past chair, and current National Director of ACEC New York. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 53rd Annual Engineering Excellence Awards, the first ever ACEC New York virtual gala. On behalf of our current chair, Ray DiDazio, the Executive Committee, and the entire Board of Directors, I am honored to kick off today's program from here in the Albany Capitol Center. I truly wish all of you could be here in person with us to celebrate today, and I am hopeful that we will be meeting face-to-face in the very near future. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my company, AECOM, for allowing me the necessary time and resources to provide leadership to this great organization over the last 3 years. I'd also like to thank the entire staff at ACEC New York for doing the behind-the-scenes work that makes our volunteer leadership team look like we know what we're doing. And lastly, I would like to thank my wife, Kathy. I am truly blessed to have her enduring support. And so, each year, we recognize the awe-inspiring success of the talented men and women who build the world around us. The projects we have just highlighted are a preview of the amazing feats of engineering we will recognize during this event. Despite the difficulties posed by current circumstances, it is essential to the well-being of our industry that we recognize these accomplishments each year. So while we are unable to gather in person, we thank all of you who have logged in today and taken the time to reflect on what we can achieve in our industry. These projects test the limits of what is known, constantly pushing us as professionals to innovate and seek creative solutions to everyday problems. I am proud to represent an organization that not only encourages us to put forth our best work, but also recognizes the value of that effort. I congratulate all the winners. You sincerely deserve this recognition. At this time, I'd like to introduce my co-host for the event, ACEC New York President and CEO, Jay Simpson.
Thank you, Tom. Good afternoon, everyone. ACEC New York is here to support member firms in their efforts to make the world a better place for everyone. I, too, wish we could all be together, and in these more challenging times, the work of engineers, your work, is even more impressive and more important. You all do so much more than people realize. You may not be responsible for curing cancer, performing heart surgery, or finding a vaccine for COVID, but you design the medical and research facilities that allow doctors to treat their patients and scientists to find cures. You don't drive everyone to work, but you design the roads and the rails that get the public to their jobs and mom and dads to soccer games and school plays. You don't deliver water to houses, but you design the systems that deliver clean water all over the world. You don't pay everyone's rent, but you design the habitable structures to help house our fellow man. ACEC New York is proud to recognize the men and women in this virtual room and to celebrate the better world that you all design. ACEC New York has been supporting the work of our members for 99 years. I've not been around for all 99 years, despite what some of my staff may think or how my back feels after golf on certain days, but I've been proud to carry on the legacy of the association for the last few decades. I am truly honored that I will be at the helm to see this association celebrate 100 years, and I know we will continue to recognize the essential work of our members for years to come. Every year is more inspiring than the next. While we are here to recognize these award-winning projects, be sure to spread the word on your own success via social media. Use the hashtag EEANY20. Even if we can't be together in person, we want to see photos of everyone enjoying this event remotely. Besides our Twitter feed, be sure to utilize the universal chat feature embedded in this event website to share insight on your firm's winning projects or just connect with professionals you likely haven't seen often this year. Related, all the awards and plaques have been shipped to the winning firms. If you have a plaque or award with you today, we encourage you to take a photo of yourself holding the award and share that. I'll now turn the program back over to Tom to recognize our judges.
Thank you, Jay. This virtual format is certainly different, but it does give us a chance to connect in whole new ways. The Engineering Excellence Awards program would absolutely not be possible without the time and dedication of our panel of engineering excellence judges, which included representatives from agencies and authorities, academia, architecture, media, and many other sectors related to the built environment. It seems like a lifetime ago that judging took place in New York City on October 2019 to review the preliminary engineering excellence entries based on the criteria of originality, technical value, social and economic considerations, and complexity. On behalf of ACEC New York, thank you to all our judges for donating your time and making the accolades of this virtual event possible.
Today's virtual gala would also not be possible without the support of our guest presenters who donated their valuable time to recognize these exceptional contributions to the built environment. Many thanks to Tim Kennedy, New York State Senator from the 63rd District, and Phil Eng, President of Long Island Railroad, for their kind words in our welcome lobby video, as well as our own Gina Potfora. And thank you to our Diamond Award presenters, Rick Cotton, Executive Director of Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, Lorraine Grillo, President and CEO, New York City School Construction Authority, and Commissioner, New York City Department of Design and Construction, Paul Tonko, U.S. Representative, 20th District, Angelo Santa Barbara, PE, New York State Assembly Member, 111th District, Polly Trottenberg, Commissioner, New York City Department of Transportation, and recently named to President-elect Biden's Transportation Transition Team, and Marie-Therese Dominguez, Commissioner, New York State Department of Transportation. And now from Washington, D.C., we have a few special words from a good friend and industry leader, ACEC National President and CEO, Linda Bauer-Dar.
Hello, New York. Thanks so much for inviting me to your 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards Gala. It was great to be with you last year. I wish that I could be there in person with you this year. There's a lot of work that our members do that is critically important. So it's really fitting that we take this time to celebrate, to honor, and to congratulate those businesses that have raised the bar for our profession and for this industry. I, along with everyone at ACEC National, congratulate this year's winners, and we invite you to tune in on December 1st at 3 o'clock for the National EEA Gala, where many of tonight's honorees may be recognized once more. Have a great event, and congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you for those kind words, Linda. I look forward to attending the ACEC National Engineering Excellence Virtual Gala on December 1st as well. Now please join us in recognizing the Gold and Platinum Award winners.
The following projects have won Gold Awards for excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting engineering services. AKRF for Delancey Street safety improvements. And the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
Arab for the road ahead, reimagining mobility. And the client is Arab.
Cameron Engineering for Town of Hempstead, Inwood and North Lawrence Zoning Initiative. And the client is Town of Hempstead.
HDR for Operations Command and Control Center System of Systems. And the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
STV for Jerome Avenue Rezoning Environmental Impact Statement. And the client is New York City Department of City Planning.
For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems. Arab for Leonard and Claire Tow Center for the Performing Arts. And the client is Pfeiffer Partners.
Cameron Engineering for complete building renovation, Local 14 Operating Engineers Headquarters. And the client is International Union of Operating Engineers.
The Rockbrook Consulting Group for Barclays New Jersey Corporate Campus. And the client is Barclays.
Siska-Hennessy Group for Wells Fargo Headquarters at 30 Hudson Yards. And the client is Wells Fargo.
For excellence in the category of structural systems. AECOM for reconstruction of 33rd Street between 10th and 11th Avenues. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
AECom for the 5-mile shore Belt Parkway replacement of bridges over Garrettson Inlet and Fresh Creek Basin. And the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
AI Engineers for ConDOT rehabilitation of Bridge 00255, I-395 northbound and southbound over Route 85. And the client is Connecticut Department of Transportation.
Attain Consulting for Metro North Railroad Bridge over Atlantic Street. And the client is Connecticut Department of Transportation.
Gill Sands Murray Stefik for the Woolworth Tower Residences. And the client is Alchemy Properties.
GZA Geoenvironmental of New York for the Rowan. And the client is Rock Farmer Properties.
HDR for New York City Transit Enhanced Station Initiative, package number 4. And the client is MTA New York City Transit.
HDR for rehabilitation of 9 stations and line structures on the Sea Beach Line. And the client is MTA New York City Transit.
STV for Cornell University Muiho Fine Arts Library. And the client is Cornell University.
Excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology. Gayrin de Bruin for FEMA Risk Map Study Work. Fiscal year 18 Region 2 Ontario, Orleans, Tompkins and Yates County, New York. And the client is Star 2.
For excellence in the category of environmental.
AKRF for Avalon Bay Yonkers Site Remediation. And the client is Avalon Bay Communities.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater. CDM Smith for Lock Sheldrake Wastewater Treatment Plant upgrades. And the client is Town of Fallsburg.
Hazen and Sawyer for experimental nitrogen removing on-site wastewater treatment. And the client is Stony Brook University Center for Clean Water Technology.
MRB Group Engineering, Architecture and Surveying for Monroe County Trunk Sewer Repair Project. And the client is Monroe County.
For excellence in the category of water resources. Cameron Engineering for Cedar Creek Water Pollution Control Plant effluent screening and disinfection facility improvements. And the client is Nassau County Department of Public Works.
For excellence in the category of transportation.
ERA for MTA Enhanced Station Initiative. And the client is New York City Transit Authority.
Attain Consulting for Coney Island Infrastructure CMCI. And the client is New York City Economic Development Corporation.
Barton and LaJudas for Bridge Street, Milton Avenue Streetscape Improvements. And the client is Onondaga County Department of Transportation.
Hardesty and Hanover LHB Architects Joint Venture for Enhanced Station Initiative Package 3. And the client is Echo 3.
Jacobs for Greenville Yard Intermodal Container Transfer Facility. And the client is Global Container Terminal Bayonne.
SI Engineering for Resident Engineering Inspection Services for sanitary and storm sewers in 204th Street. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
T.Y. Lin International Engineering and Architecture for New Jersey Department of Transportation Route 78 ramps over Route 1 and 9 bridge deck replacements. And the client is New Jersey Department of Transportation.
Tectonic Engineering and Surveying Consultants for Citywide Ferry Landings, New York City. And the client is New York City Economic Development Corporation.
For excellence in the category of special projects. AECom for cashless tolling conversion, Grand Island Bridges. And the client is New York State Thruway Authority.
Conchesi Engineering for 575 8th Avenue domestic fired water tanks replacement. And the client is Olmsted Properties.
Delta Engineers, Architects and Land Surveyors for the Roxbury at Stratton Falls. And the client is Masterson Properties.
NV5 for Roberto Clemente State Park Upper Plaza Reconstruction. And the client is New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation.
Passero Associates for Henrietta Public Library, and the client is Town of Henrietta, Steve Schultz, Supervisor.
STV for long-term flood protection at Hamels Y. And the client is New York City Transit. The following projects have won Platinum Awards for excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting engineering services. Dewberry AECOM Joint Venture for Hunts Point Interstate Access Improvement Project. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
First Environment, doing business as B. Todd Delaney in New York for Climate Action Plan and Greenhouse Gas Inventory for the City of Hoboken. And the client is City of Hoboken.
GPI for Village of Lindenhurst Downtown Walkability Improvements. And the client is Village of Lindenhurst.
Jacobs for Major Deegan Expressway Rehabilitation Value Engineering. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
McLaren Engineering Group for Capital District Gondola Project. And the client is Capital Gondola.
WSP USA for Rainbow Bridge Deck Repair, Ultra High Performance Concrete Link Slab Construction. And the client is Niagara Falls Bridge Commission.
For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, IBC Engineering for Hendricks Chapel Air Conditioning Retrofit. And the client is Syracuse University.
IBC Engineering for South Auditorium Redevelopment Core and Shell. And the client is Erie Canal Harbor Development Corporation.
Jacob Feinberg, Katz, and Macaulay Consulting Group for National Women's Hall of Fame Seneca Knitting Mill Rehabilitation Project. And the client is National Women's Hall of Fame.
The Rockbrook Consulting Group for American Water Headquarters. And the client is American Water.
Siska Hennessy Group for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Main Campus Data Center and Phase 2 Office Design. And the client is Gensler.
For excellence in the category of structural systems, CHI Consulting Engineers for high-load jacking frames for pin and hanger replacement at the Robert Moses Causeway. And the client is Skanska USA Civil.
D. Simone Consulting Engineers for Statue of Liberty Museum. And the client is the Statue of Liberty Ellis Island Foundation.
Lyra Consulting Structural Engineers for 2050 M Street. And the client is Tishman Spire.
McLaren Engineering Group for Post Avenue Railroad Bridge Replacement. And the client is Long Island Railroad.
Muser Rutledge Consulting Engineers for Hudson River Park Morton Street Bulkhead Restoration. And the client is Hudson River Park Trust.
Tectonic Engineering and Surveying Consultants for Vessel at Hudson Yards in New York City. And the client is the related companies.
WSP for Hudson Commons. And the client is Cove Property Group.
For excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology, H2M Architects and Engineers for Rockland County MS4 Mapping. And the client is Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rockland County.
For excellence in the category of environmental, CHA Consulting for thermally enhanced soil vapor extraction and bioremediation as remedial technologies at a former chemical manufacturing facility.
Ecology and Environment Engineering and Geology for former Geneva Foundry Site Neighborhood Remediation Phases 1 and 2. And the client is New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Division of Environmental Remediation.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, Hazen and Sawyer for Alley Creek Tidal Wetland Restoration. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
For excellence in the category of water resources, Barton and LaJudas for Star Lake Water System Improvements. And the clients are Town of Fine and Town of Clifton, St. Lawrence County, New York.
D&B Engineers and Architects for Sunrise Highway water main crossing, and the client is New York American Water.
For excellence in the category of transportation, AECOM Dewberry Joint Venture for Arthur Sheridan Enhancement Project, and the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
CHA Consulting for Greater Rochester International Airport Terminal renovation, and the client is Monroe County, Greater Rochester International Airport.
McFarland Johnson for Elmira Corning Regional Airport Terminal Revitalization, and the client is Chemung County.
McLaren Engineering Group for New York City Ferry Infrastructure, and the client is New York City Economic Development Corporation.
Michael Baker International for Route 280-21 interchange improvements, and the client is New Jersey Department of Transportation.
T.Y. Lynn International for I-690 over Teal Avenue and Beach Street Bridge replacements, and the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
WSP USA for Prospect Hill Road Bridge Design Build Replacement, and the client is Palmar International.
For excellence in the category of special projects, AECOM for Randall's Island Trenchless Technology, and the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
CNS Companies for West River Greenway Connector Trail, and the client is New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation.
Cameron Engineering for Loeb Boathouse Phase 1 improvements at Central Park, and the client is Dean Pohl, Central Park Boathouse.
LK McLean Associates for Old Ponquag Bridge Pier Restoration, and the client is Town of Southampton.
NV5 for Roberto Clemente State Park Northern Shoreline, Sports Fields, and Upland Site Reconstruction, and the client is New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation.
Siska Hennessy Group for Empire State Building Observatory, and the client is Jones Lang LaSalle.
Woodard and Curran for New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, drinking water fountain testing for lead, and the client is New York City Department of Parks and Recreation.
WSB USA for Morris Street Pedestrian Bridge Reconstruction, and the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
For excellence in the category of energy, CNS Companies for efficiency energy improvements, and the client is Victor Central School District. ACEC New York, leaders in the business of engineering.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tony Albori, co-chair of the Engineering Excellence Committee. Unfortunately, my co-chair, Linda Reardon, couldn't join us today. We are thrilled to be able to celebrate amazing projects like the ones we've just seen, even if we can't do so in the usual way this year. This is the third year that Linda and I have been the co-chairs of the Engineering Excellence Committee, and we're just as proud today as we were the first year we climbed the stage stairs at the live event. Even though the circumstances are a little different, it is a privilege to have a hand in making this important event come to fruition, and it would not have been possible without the dedication of the Engineering Excellence Committee. Will those Engineering Excellence Committee members in attendance please say hello in the universal chat? Everyone, please thank these dedicated professionals for all they have done for this program and for the industry as a whole. Since 2013, the levels of support for the Engineering Excellence Awards program have continued to grow, clearly demonstrating the value of engineering excellence to our industry. Despite difficult times, the levels of support for today's virtual gala were beyond what we could have imagined. We are grateful and humbled. We aren't telling you that this program is valuable. You are showing us how valuable it is through your generosity and support. I'd like to now recognize those generous supporters. Our diamond sponsors, AECom, Jarvis Bauman Bowles, and STV Group. Our platinum sponsor, HDR. Our gold sponsors, CHA, Hardesty and Hanover. Hazen and Sawyer, HVE Engineers. Jacobs, KS Engineers. Loring Consulting Engineers, Majeski and Masters. NV5, Stantec. Siska Hennessy and WSP USA. Our silver sponsors, AI Engineers, Arup, D&B Engineers and Architects. Dewberry, H2M Architects and Engineers, Hatch. Langen Engineering, Lyric Consulting Structural Engineers, and Sam Schwartz Engineering. I'd also like to thank our Gala program advertisers. If you haven't already done so, please click on the button on this page that says Download Program Booklet to see our program and recognize our generous advertisers. Thank you to all again for your support of this valuable awards program. This program is focused on the accomplishments of the engineering industry, but it is built on the foundation of encouraging and inspiring the next generation of engineering professionals. Since the program began in 2002, the ACEC New York Scholarship Fund has generated $915,000 to support the education of 325 third and fourth year engineering students. The Scholarship Committee is well on its way to the goal of $1 million raised in total scholarships by 2021 in honor of ACEC New York's 100th anniversary. If there are any members of the Scholarship Committee in attendance today, please identify yourselves in the chat. Thank you, all of you, for your continued dedication to encouraging tomorrow's engineering professionals. Everyone else in the chat, please join me in recognizing the amazing accomplishments of this essential committee, who are currently virtually visiting colleges to spread the word about this distinctive opportunity. The accomplishments of the Scholarship Committee would not be possible without the generosity of our scholarship donors. I share our sincerest gratitude for the support of these donors, and I encourage those firms not listed to consider a named scholarship or other generous donation to the ACEC New York Scholarship Fund, especially as we enter 2021 and our 100-year celebration. More information can be found on the ACEC New York website. I now turn the program back to Tom Casino as we prepare to honor our Diamond Awards.
Thank you, Tony. And thank you again to all our committee volunteers. Your dedication drives the success of ACEC New York, and you should all be proud of your accomplishments. Today, we will be doing things a little differently. Normally, I would introduce our MCs, and they would call the award winners on stage to receive their plaques. This year, a number of illustrious guests have volunteered to introduce the Diamond Awards. These projects earned the top scores in each of 11 categories. As we read the winners, a copy of each project's award-winning panel will be shown. After the final award is presented, we will announce the Empire Award, the top-rated project designed and built within New York State. Without further delay, please welcome Rick Cotton, who will recognize the first 5 Diamond Awards.
I am Rick Cotton, Executive Director of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. It is truly a pleasure to be part of this program, alongside many of my colleagues from government, to recognize the excellence of our engineering partners in the private sector. Since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, the Port Authority's workforce has kept all our facilities open and operating. And thanks to all of the ACEC companies who have been critical partners in every aspect of our engineering mission, from design to construction and to maintaining facilities in a state of good repair. Support from the ACEC community has been critical to the major progress we've made in recent months, in particular on redevelopment programs at LaGuardia Airport and Newark Airport's Terminal 1. In addition, given the Port Authority's intense focus on diversity and inclusion, I'd like to thank ACEC for their capacity expansion efforts in the MWBE community. I also want to take note of one other aspect of ACEC's activity. The impact of the pandemic on our facility activity volumes has had an extraordinarily negative impact on the Port Authority's normal self-sustaining financial model. Without emergency relief from the federal government, the Port Authority's ability to contribute to the desperately needed economic activity will be unnecessarily reduced. Given this, we at the Port Authority appreciate ACEC New York's ongoing support and advocacy in Washington on our behalf. I truly thank you. Now to the topic at hand. I am proud to announce the following 6 Diamond Award winning projects in the category of Studies, Research, and Consulting Engineering Services. And the winners are Arcadis of New York for the Raincheck 2.0 Buffalo Green Infrastructure Opportunity Report and their client, the Buffalo Sewer Authority. Hazen and Sawyer, an AKRF joint venture for the Eastside Coastal Resiliency Environmental Impact Statement, and their client, the New York City Department of Design and Construction. HDR for the Navy Grumman Groundwater Plume Study, and their client, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Loring Consulting Engineers for energy efficiency technical services for city-owned buildings, and their client, the Department of Citywide Administrative Services. Stantec Consulting Services, Inc. for the Albany Skyway, and their client, Capitalize Albany Corporation. And finally, Hatch for the Port Master Plan 2050, and their client, the organization that I have the privilege of leading, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Congratulations to these and all the winners, and thank you to the ACEC New York for your continued support of the built environment.
Now please welcome Lorraine Grillo, who will introduce the next category of Diamond Awards.
Good afternoon. I'm Lorraine Grillo, President and CEO of the New York City School Construction Authority and Commissioner of New York City Department of Design and Construction, and I am proud to announce the following Diamond Award-winning projects for the 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards. For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, AKF Group for Yale University Manuscripts and Archives Historical Restoration, and the client is Yale University. For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, ARUP for Starbucks Reserve New York Roastery, and the client is Starbucks Coffee Company. For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, Jaros, Baum, and Bowles for Ford Foundation Center for Social Justice, and the client is the Ford Foundation. For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, Jaros, Baum, and Bowles for The Shed, and the client is The Shed. I'd like to send a huge thank you to all the DDC and SCA staff that have been working hard through the pandemic, building testing centers and clinics, and making the school safe for our kids. I'm so very proud of all of you. And congratulations to all the winners, and thank you to ACEC New York for their efforts on behalf of the engineering industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine. Please welcome Congressman Paul Tonko, who will introduce the next category of Diamond Awards.
Good afternoon. I'm Congressman Paul Tonko, representing New York's 20th District, and I'm so proud to announce the following projects for the 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards. For excellence in the category of structural systems, D. Simone Consulting Engineers for 1000 Museum, and the client is 1000 Museum. For excellence in the category of structural systems, Mojeski and Masters Incorporated for Portageville Bridge Replacement, and the client is Norfolk Southern Corporation. For excellence in the category of structural systems, Mauser Rutledge Consulting Engineers for Foundations for Columbia University's Manhattanville campus, and the client is Columbia University. For excellence in the category of structural systems, Thornton Tomasetti for The Shed, and the client is Diller Scofidio plus Renfro. For excellence in the category of structural systems, WSP Buildings Proprietary Limited for 15 Hudson Yards, and the client is Related Companies. Congratulations to these and all of the winners, and thank you to ACEC New York for its efforts on behalf of the engineering industry. Your vision, your hard work, and your commitment to creating a better world inspire me. I also want to take this time to applaud the great work that the Society does and implore you to do all you can to stay involved in the policy-making process. Your intellect, your experience, your passion to make a difference are needed in this public policy process. As one of the very few engineers serving in Congress, I can tell you this: we need you. Never lower your gaze. Never let go of your vision for improving the lives around you. And never doubt that you and the people you team up with can reinvent the world. As engineers, we are the innovators and tinkerers. We are the problem solvers. Our nation is calling on us to inspire, to lead, and to perform. Good engineers make things better. Great engineers make lives better. And with that, I say thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Tonko. Now, please welcome Assemblyman Angelo Santa Barbara, who will introduce the next 4 categories of Diamond Awards.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Assemblyman Angelo Santa Barbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, and I'm proud to announce the following projects for the 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards. For excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology, Langen Engineering, Environmental Surveying, Landscape Architecture, and Geology for the TWA Flight Center Hotel, and the client is MCR Development. For excellence in the category of environmental, Greeley and Hansen for the Southwest Brooklyn Marine Transfer Station Project, and the client is the New York City Department of Sanitation. For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, Jacobs for the Onondaga County Green Stormwater Infrastructure Project, Save the Rain. And the client is the Onondaga County Department of Water Environment Protection. For excellence in the category of water resources, H2M Architects and Engineers for the replacement of the Birch Street Elevated Storage Tank. And the client is West Hempstead. For excellence in the category of water resources, McFarland Johnson Incorporated for protecting residents through Hazley Valley road elevation. And the client is the town of Tioga. As a civil engineer myself, I want to say congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you to ACEC New York for their efforts on behalf of the engineering industry. I look forward to the day when we can all be together again to celebrate more great engineering accomplishments that make our community a better place to live for all of us. But for now, I wish you strength and good health, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thank you, Assemblyman. Now please welcome Commissioner Polly Trottenberg, who will introduce the next 7 Diamond Awards.
I'm Polly Trottenberg, Commissioner of the New York City Department of Transportation, and I'm proud to announce the following 7 projects for the 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards. All these projects are in the category of transportation. Number 1, AECOM for Nassau Expressway Operational and Resiliency Improvements Design Build, and the client was Tully Construction Company. Number 2, C&S Companies for passenger terminal improvements, and the client was the Syracuse Regional Airport Authority. Number 3, Dewberry for track and systems installations for the new second track on the main line Ronkonkoma Branch, Phase 2, Option 2, new station platforms at Wyandanch and Pine Lawn. Client was Glenn Mistler. Number 4, Gannett Fleming Engineers and Architects for Long Island Railroad Enhanced Station Initiative, client Long Island Railroad. Number 5, Hardesty and Hanover for reconstruction of the Harlem River Drive over 127th Street, and the client is my very own New York City DOT. Number 6, Capital Transit Partners STV for Confederation Line LRT Stage 1 in the City of Ottawa. And number 7, WSP USA for the Kosciuszko Bridge Phase 2, and the client is New York State DOT. I want to personally congratulate all the winners, and thanks to you, ACEC, for all your amazing work.
Thank you, Commissioner Trottenberg. To introduce the last 5 Diamond Awards, please welcome Commissioner Marie-Therese Dominguez.
Hello, this is Marie-Therese Dominguez, Commissioner of the New York State Department of Transportation, and I'm proud to announce the following projects for the 2020 ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards. For excellence in the category of special projects, KS Engineers for design build services for the replacement of the Buckram Road Bridge. Client, Railroad Construction Company. For excellence in the category of special projects, Langen Engineering, Environmental Surveying, Landscape Architecture, and Geology for Hudson Yards. The clients are Related Companies and Oxford Properties Group. For excellence in the category of special projects, L.K. McLean Associates for Path to the Park Shoreline Improvements. The client, the Town of Hempstead. For excellence in special projects, McLaren Engineering Group for MGM Kotai's Theater LED Wall. The client, MGM Grand Paradise. For excellence in the category of energy, CHA Consulting for Lake Champlain PV-20 submarine cable replacement. The clients, New York Power Authority and Vermont Electric Power Company. Congratulations to all the 2020 winning projects. These projects indeed are outstanding examples of engineering with safety and resilience at the forefront. I'd like to take a quick moment to offer my warm and heartfelt congratulations to the many people who worked to make all of the 2020 winning projects a reality. Your talent, your vision inspire all of us. Thank you again, and congratulations. And thank you to ACEC for always being a leader in engineering. We appreciate all the work that you do. Jay Simpson, the entire team, the board, on behalf of New York State DOT, congratulations again, and thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's that for a smooth transition in our new virtual reality? I'm here live at the Albany Capitol Center to introduce the final award in today's presentations. Thank you to all of our guest MCs, and congratulations again to all the 2020 Diamond Award winners. Now we come to the most anticipated moment of this event. The Empire Award is given to the top-rated project in the Engineering Excellence Awards program that was designed and built entirely within New York State. The winner is only known to a select few people and has not been announced until this very moment. So, without further ado, I have this very fancy award envelope, and the winner is the Onondaga County Green Stormwater Infrastructure Program, Save the Rain, for the client, Onondaga County Department of Water Environment Protection. Onondaga County's Green Stormwater Infrastructure Program, Save the Rain, was created to abate combined sewer system overflows from the Onondaga Lake watershed. The county's Save the Rain program was the first federal court order in the county to require the use of green stormwater infrastructure, or GSI, for CSO abatement and compliance. Through 2018, GSI was included in the county's Save the Rain program with great success, with over 220 projects completed and 107 million gallons of stormwater captured. Accepting via video, please welcome the winning Jacobs team. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon, and on behalf of Onondaga County, our team at WEP, Commissioner Frank Mento, we're honored to accept the Empire Award. And I want to thank our partners. Our Save the Rain program and green infrastructure has really been the foundation of many of our infrastructure improvements in our county. Without Jacobs and their leadership and their partnership, we wouldn't be able to be here as well. And what this has meant for our community has been a new way to look at infrastructure, a new way to do green infrastructure, not just in the city of Syracuse, but throughout our towns and villages. And what is the byproduct of that? A cleaner Onondaga Lake, which is now one of the strongest economic resources we have in our community once again. So we are honored to receive this award, and hopefully will be in your consideration in the near future.
Hello, I'm Bob Pagata, President and Chief Operating Officer of Jacobs. On behalf of our entire company, I'd like to thank the ACEC Awards Committee for recognizing Jacobs on the success achieved on the Save the Rain program. I'd also like to take the opportunity to congratulate all of the other Engineering Excellence Award winners for this prestigious award. Water scarcity is a huge issue for the world and a major focus for Jacobs. With this project, we have the opportunity to not only address a serious issue today, but probably more importantly, prevent one from tomorrow. This is our mantra. This is who we stand for as a company. At Jacobs, we challenge today and reinvent tomorrow. Again, thank you so much and look forward for continued success.
Hi, I'm Julie Chang, Jacobs Vice President for the Northeast region. I'd like to thank ACEC and all the award recipients for this year. What a year it has been, and it's incredible to see the entire industry continuing to do the good work of building our community. It's quite an honor to receive the Empire Award, and the Onondaga Save the Rain program is a great example of applying engineering to a sustainable solution. From the start, we were inspired by the county's foresight with what was needed to address stormwater pollution and the innovative ways in which it did. Drawing from across Jacobs and our technical team and local partners, we assembled a team to work in partnership with the county to design and oversee the ambitious program goals. It's wonderful to see the results, with 97.7% combined sewer overflow capture or elimination, which we know will create lasting benefits for generations to come. Congratulations, Onondaga.
So congratulations again to all of the winners. A special congratulations to Jacobs and to all of you for joining us. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Commissioner Dominguez for showing up here and being live and really helping that transition work so well. So again, thank you for joining us this afternoon for the 2020 Engineering Excellence Awards. Your ongoing support and participation are critical to promote the industry, and I can't express how much it means to all of us here at ACEC New York. A recording of this program will be available following this event so you can relive your favorite moments, and please feel free to use any portion of the broadcast for your company's use and promotion. We look forward to seeing you all in person as soon as possible, while our upcoming winter conference, February 1 through 4, is virtual. Our 2021 Engineering Excellence program is scheduled for June 5th in New York City at the Midtown Hilton in conjunction with our annual meeting, and we hope to see you all there. Take care, stay safe, and be well. Thank you, and have a good afternoon.